All right. 3, 2, 1. Divock, Rain Man, you guys there?
Yes.
Yeah, we're here.
Guys, wasn't first weekend of March Madness fun?
Nah. It
Oh,
wasn't the best. It wasn't the best first weekend I've seen. Not one buzzer beater. Lot
Very
Duke
little
lost.
upset.
Duke
Besides
lost.
Duke.
well,
That was the best part of it.
welcome back to another edition of the March Madness Schmotable. I'm Shake and Bake here with Rain Man and Divock per usual. And yeah, we're guys, some of our bets from last week from our last podcast did not turn out so hot. Some did. Some we were really good.
But what happened is that after our podcast, I changed my entire bracket, and it's perfect.
Oh, that's nice.
So
That's
I'm
fantastic.
perfect once again for the fourth straight year. I'm perfect heading to the Sweet
You
16.
and like that 10-year-old in Iowa who just picked colors that I like.
Yep. I've been perfect 4 straight years heading to the Sweet 16. It's
Incredible.
unprecedented. But seriously, how much does the ACC suck?
Oh, that was. I mean, you just I think Divock. I don't remember if you had Villanova in your Final Four or who you had in your Final Four, but
I had Villanova.
Rain Man and I had Duke. And this was like the risk with Duke, especially of all the ACC teams, I think, was just they were either going to flop or be awesome. And South Carolina just got them to fucking flop.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing is Duke just couldn't rebound. And every person they fouled on South Carolina, I couldn't believe it. Every single one of them was like 62% free throw shooter, and they nailed all of them at the end of the game. All of them.
Well, watching South Carolina, I know that they could big boy teams, just especially like if you go back to the beginning of the year, I watched that Michigan-South Carolina game and just watched them just punish Michigan. But I just didn't think South Carolina had the offense to hang with Marquette in the first place. We all picked Marquette, so F us, but, whatever.
Yeah. And ACC, they only covered 2 out of 15 games.
Yeah.
If you count the Wake Forest playing game as well. I think it was 2-13 against the spread. That was Duke over Troy, and Texas and UNC beat Texas Southern by about 80. So
yeah,
that was
a thorough beatdown.
Really bad ACC. Syracuse didn't deserve to make it, now did they?
No, but they definitely didn't deserve to make it. But how about Baylor? We were just so wrong. Divock, you had the SMU call with USC. That was nice. Good for you. I think I said at the end of it, I know I'm going to regret this because you were right. But then Baylor just came out. Look at them in the Sweet 16.
I can't believe Baylor got this far. They're usually a choking team, and I think the most important thing from that Baylor USC game was the tip in at the end that threw off the spread.
Yep, killed the spread. It made me really, really mad. I took the money line instead of the spread.
Yeah,
I'm not happy about it.
And poor Catamounts. We all had the Catamounts.
No, we did not. I had Purdue.
Oh no, you're right. I keep forgetting. We do Princeton, not Vermont. Sorry.
Yep,
right.
I wanted
Princeton was a good pick.
Gross.
Princeton was a good pick.
Rain Man, you're disappointing. You're disappointing to all of us. Yeah. But it's okay because Divock then went and picked Creighton, so it's fine.
Oh, Creighton. Creighton was disgusting. That was the worst team in the tournament. Fuck Creighton. They
just collapsed. Like, as good as Zach Collins is, they just collapsed without their or not Zach Collins, that's Gonzaga. Whoever their big man is on Creighton. When their point guard went down, they just went down the damn tubes. Holy crap.
Creighton was awful.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, we promised the schmoes that we dig into the Sweet 16 now and kind of give round by round analysis, the good stuff.
All of our brackets are perfect.
Yeah. Right now. By the way, just so everyone knows, we're 100% on the schmo table because that's what we're here to do.
Yep.
So, guys, let's just dive right in. Top of the bracket. Number 8, Wisconsin versus number 4, Florida. Florida. Oh, my God. Just absolutely. Virginia went from playing their best, most complete offensive game of the season against UNC Wilmington to playing by far their worst game of the year against Florida. Florida just manhandled them. That wasn't even a fucking contest.
Right. Well, go ahead, Rayman.
I think that was the lowest scoring output I've ever seen in college basketball. Like, they could not get a bucket at all.
No.
At all. I mean,
No.
I don't even know how to describe it in statistical terms. It's just brutal manhandling.
Yeah, they won by 25, 30 points. You're going to see a common theme here when I'm personally picking these games. I'm going to discount these manhandling wins over ACC teams.
Right.
Heading into the Sweet 16. Because, frankly, ACC was probably most over a conference 16 entering a tournament probably in history.
Yeah.
Looking that way.
Yeah. So, right here, Wisconsin, it's obvious I picked the wrong Big Ten team in the 8-9 slot to go to the Final Four. I picked Michigan State, and it's obviously going to be
all
Wisconsin.
did.
So
we all went on that bandwagon.
Yes.
yeah, because I convinced you to be on the bandwagon.
Yes.
I convinced you like that. That's how I work. And then I'm wrong, and then I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I think Wisconsin is one of the best teams in making opposing teams play their pace. And I think that although Florida's super athletic, Wisconsin will slow down the game and grind it like it always does. And I think they have a really complete team. I think I'm picking Wisconsin. I think that their game is not like Virginia. Virginia's is a down game, but Wisconsin makes you play. And I think Virginia lost their ability to do that, but I don't think Wisconsin will because they'll have the offensive firepower and Nigel Hayes and Bronson Koenig. Yeah, exactly. Koenig.
Yes.
Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident in this Wisconsin pick here for me.
I think I'm going to lean towards Wisconsin with you guys, but I wouldn't discount Florida. Like, obviously, Virginia laid an absolute egg, but I don't think that Florida's a bad pick at all. I think this is going to be a phenomenal game.
Well,
just on Friday at 9, it's going to be fun.
It may be. I just think Wisconsin being a much better team in the previous round.
That's fair.
Yeah,
that is an accurate statement. Look at all the agree. You can be friends sometimes, guys. This is nice. Now that I'm done jacking us off for a minute here, Baylor versus South Carolina. Let's keep moving on. This is
Baylor.
tough.
Baylor. I think no one wanted to take Baylor this year, and because of what they've done in previous tournaments, and it looks like it's going to backfire on people. I think they're going to the Elite Eight, and they're going to have a shot at the Final Four.
Rain Man.
Honestly, I really like South Carolina. Sandavius is killing it, and they just have the ability to that manhandling ability. I think that Duke is undermanned. They have a really short bench, and Luke Kennard getting into foul trouble really hurt them. But Luke Kennard didn't do anything really when he was on the floor. So, I think they have the ability to take away your best option, and I got to pick South Carolina, honestly.
I am also going to take the Purple Cox just because I think that Thornwell is a good matchup against Motley because of his ability to stretch. I think that's the big matchup in that game, and I think that's a pretty obvious big matchup.
I just love his name is Sandavius.
Baylor's a guy named King McClure.
It's true. Baylor always has some fun names. I'm always I'm not a fan of the neon highlighter uniforms, but I'm generally a fan of the names on the team.
Yep.
I was impressed with how Baylor beat USC. I mean, I thought USC was coming in hot and really playing well, especially in second halves, making comebacks on a regular basis, and they held them off and actually came through in the clutch, which is something Baylor teams have not done. So
especially to end the season.
Yeah, I'm liking.
I was reading a couple articles and I kind of tended to agree with these articles today that this might be the most balanced Sweet 16 we've seen in a while.
Yeah,
As far as all these matchups are good, and
the highest spread is Southern half.
That's fun. That's good for everyone. It's great for betting.
And
great for feeding an addiction. All right,
great for feeding addiction. Yeah.
Let's move down to the West. Gonzaga versus Press Virginia. Who you guys got?
Gonzaga big. Gonzaga big for me. I think they're gonna dismantle them.
You think even after what Northwestern did, coming all the way back against the Zags?
I think Gonzaga has too talented of backcourt, and I think that they can break the press. And I think that West Virginia thrives off turnovers, and I don't know. I see Gonzaga being able to hold it off and still getting through that press and being able to score. And I think Huggins' team is going to tire itself out against a really talented backcourt, and I think Gonzaga is going to win, and big.
I don't think it's going to be big. I think West Virginia hangs with them just because of what a pesky team they are. But I have the Zags in this bracket, and this is the bracket I'm doing the best in because it's 100%. So I'm going with the Zags. Right. Keep it simple, keep it splashy. Xavier, hometown Muskies for Baker. This is Rain Man and I both had this, Divock. I want you to know that. In your 100% bracket, I want you to know that. Yeah. Xavier versus Arizona. I believe I know where Divock is going. Divock, would you like to have the floor?
Arizona. Sean Miller's. Is this a revenge game for Sean Miller or Xavier? Which way are we looking at it here?
I think Zona takes care of business Xavier as he deserted the program.
It's a revenge game for Xavier. I think they take care of business pretty handily.
Zona or Xavier? I pick Zona. I think Arizona's going to win. I don't see this. Xavier without the best player. I don't see them passing Arizona. I had them over Florida State, but Arizona's a much better team.
I think we're destined to see an Arizona-Gonzaga rematch.
Yeah, I think we are too. But I think another game that I think is going to be close because I think Xavier is built very similarly to St. Mary's, and we saw what St. Mary's was doing against Arizona for a lot of that game. That Arizona had to dig deep to win that game, and that was not something I expected.
I don't think Xavier would be very good teams.
It's fair too.
I think Maryland's trash.
I agree.
Florida State's trash. I think Arizona would be much. I think the St. Mary's team Arizona would beat is way better than both Maryland and Florida State.
All right.
So,
guys, we're just doing too much agreeing. So let's move on. Purdue versus Kansas. Who we got? Rain Man, take it away.
I think
you're a real dick if you don't stick with Purdue. I want you to know that.
Did you have Purdue over Kansas, Rain
Man? In one of my brackets, I do actually.
In one of them. Are you a man of integrity?
Two. So, you know what? I honestly do think that Kansas is one of the most volatile teams in this bracket, in the Sweet 16. I think that they're one of the most likely high seeds to get knocked out. And I think Swanigan is on fire. And I think Purdue is really kind of using his energy to do really well. I hate saying it because Kansas can't, whenever I bet for or against Kansas. When you and I beat them, they made me lose my bracket. But they always seem to come through whenever I bet against them. But I'm gonna pick Purdue. I'm gonna pick Purdue.
Well, you're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong. You're gonna be wrong. But
you're gonna be wrong.
Yeah, Josh Jackson. That guy reminds me of Kevin Durant, basically.
That's bold and different than not a comparison I've heard before. But okay.
He looked phenomenal against.
Dude, he's been killer. He's been killer in this tournament.
He looked a lot.
What Kansas can do with that small lineup, I think, is Purdue can obviously slow the game down and bang with their bigs down low and play big, but I don't think Kansas gives a shit about that. And I think this Kansas team is confident. Senior laden, they've got a superstar in Jackson and Frank Mason. I like Kansas, and I like Kansas big in this game. This is the one I like to get out of hand, actually.
I could see it. I could definitely see it.
I could see it going that way too. And honestly, I know I'm just trying to stick to my guns and say Purdue's going to win because I have them in my bracket, but I know Kansas will probably win.
Well, that's not the point of peer pressure, Rain Man. I'm supposed to have convinced you to stay with it, and so that you drink alcohol underage and do stupid things at the party when you're in high school. Like, come on, man. Point of peer pressure. So let's pick up the pace here. It'll just like these teams are going to with Oregon versus Michigan. I'm so jacked for this game on Thursday.
Michigan.
Yeah. I think we all have the Wolverines here because I definitely do.
Wolverines are favored.
I have a Michigan going to the Final Four. I'm not going to change that. They're coming hot. Don't have Boucher.
Yeah,
I think it's.
You saw what a deep and surprisingly versatile team like Rhode Island could do to the Ducks, and how much effort and heart that the Ducks had to show to pull that game out. But what Michigan did to Louisville, I think, was far more impressive. Just two athletic bigs banging down low. I love Wagner. I love Mo Wagner.
Moritz Wagner.
Mo Wagner, Mo problems, man.
Mo Wagner, Mo problem. I like it.
I mean,
and
big fan.
And Patino was saying that people weren't listening to him and taking away his right driving lane. They had to come out on him on the 3-point line in that last drive because he was making threes.
I mean,
he's incredible.
He can hit 6 threes after hitting 16 the game before. I like a Michigan team that can have a big man score 26 down low with only a couple threes, plus stretch, plus Derek Walton, plus DJ Wilson. If he could ever just grow some balls and really get in the post, but he's been shot blocking and playing well either way.
Dirk Nowitzki, maybe.
Could be fun. Maybe with a little more post.
Dare I say, shades of that left strength.
Ooh,
from Washington.
Ooh. More to come on that later. All right, let's keep moving on to that the last portion of the bracket. UNC versus Butler. This is actually a little tougher for me than I thought it was going to be. Like, I think logic dictates UNC is going to win, but A, Butler in the tournament. B, UNC blew a big lead against Arkansas and had to fight their way back, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I've got Butler all day. Butler all day over UNC.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh, good
Butler.
Butler is a really good tournament team, but I think that Roy Williams, motivates Justin Jackson, Barry to come back and just – they have too much talent on that team to lose. And I think that, honestly, while they had trouble against the Razorbacks, I think adversity breeds I don't want to say any cliches. I'm just going to pick UNC.
Okay.
I'm picking against the ACC in all situations.
I actually have in this bracket that I'm doing so well in because it's 100%. I actually have Butler, so I'm fucking rolling with the Bulldogs, baby. Hell yeah. Right. Let's see that upset. All right, and this is the premier game on Friday. I'm going to park my ass at some bar and watch this. UCLA and Kentucky. Holy crap, this game is going to be so much fun.
So much fun. Lonzo Ball is incredible.
That against a UC, I know just because I've watched a lot of UC basketball this season that UC can't score a point when they need to save their lives. But oh my God, Lonzo Ball in that second half was absolutely sensational. That was so much fun to watch. Just great basketball. I'm jacking off over here about it.
Something being overlooked in this tournament, I think, because they haven't, really blown out the teams they've played so far. Is Kentucky's been playing unbelievable defense. Their defense against Wichita State. Their defense against Wichita State was smothering.
Yeah.
Smothering. Wichita State could not get off a shot, and they're going to give UCLA major problems.
I think that they are, but I also think UCLA can score on. I think UCLA's offense is a different beast. And I think that the pace UCLA can play at and their just ability to play in transition gives them an edge. And I'm taking the Bruins. I'm rolling with the LeVar Bruins, LeVar Ball Bruins, and I'm all over it.
The LeVar Ball is gonna be on the cover of NBA 2K.
It's going to be exciting. It's going to be saying something horrible about LeBron or Shaq's son or something.
Right. LeVar Ball's that guy who does really well in all of his other fantasy leagues.
Yeah.
The ones he's not in with you, He's winning all of his other ones, though.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So I'm taking Kentucky. I mean, I got them winning it all, so I'm taking Kentucky. And I'll take Calipari over Alford any day.
That's also a fair statement.
So
that's a fair statement, but I mean, and honestly, yeah, I agree with you. Kentucky's playing world-class defense. The Malik Monk block at the end of the game was incredible, but
was that Monk or was that Fox?
I believe that was
Monk.
At the end of the game.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And, they have been playing stifling defense, but Wichita State does have a decent offense, but it's nothing compared to UCLA, so I'm picking the Bruins.
All righty.
Yeah.
All right. Elite Eight. Elite Eight.
Okay.
Wisconsin versus Baylor. I think that's what we are. Or, no, excuse me. For DVOC, it's Wisconsin versus Baylor.
Badgers, Bears. Badgers, Bears. Battlestar Galactica. Badgers.
Yep.
Badgers. Final Four.
I'm picking Wisco over South Carolina, absolutely. Give it to him. I don't like Wisconsin one little fucking bit, but I'm going with them.
I'm picking Wisconsin too.
That's
Badgers. All three of us are going Badgers.
I mean, there's no reason not to unless Baylor just crushes South Carolina. Yeah, there's no reason not to.
Nope.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. We got the Zags versus the Wildcats. Our first rematch.
Mm-hmm.
Second rematch.
Here. You know I'm going here.
Erroneous.
I've got Arizona in the Final Four. So.
Yeah, I got Zona too.
I'm going to also go with Zona. I think that Zona is going to be out for revenge, and I like everything about Zona doing it. I like the athleticism that they have an advantage. I like the defense they can play. And I like them to knock off Gonzaga. All right.
Yep.
Michigan versus Kansas. We all got – well, all right, except for actually, Rain Man, we'll start with you because we peer pressure you into Purdue, so you get to go first. Purdue, Michigan. And is this the third installment?
So honestly, you're picking Michigan. Either way, whether it's Kansas or Purdue, and I do have a good. As much as you peer pressure me, I still kind of am edging towards Kansas. Either way, I think that Michigan has 3 stars that can really light it up, and at pretty much from inside and out. And I think that they can play whatever way they need to play in order to win. And I think they're coming in really hot. And I'm going to pick Michigan.
Rayman, you got to remember what happened last time we peer pressured you and you picked Princeton. Remember, you got to be tougher, Rayman.
Yeah. So you know what? I'm going to go Kansas, and then I'm going to go Michigan.
Rayman, you're a traitor.
Nope. You already picked Purdue. It's set in stone.
You already picked Purdue. You can't change it.
And you're picking Michigan anyway. So blah.
You're the type of guy who does his bracket in pen. You all know it. Permanent.
I do. Just like the New York Times crossword puzzle.
You do the New York Times crossword puzzle. You don't even live in New York.
In pen, yes. That's a thing.
Wait, you don't live in New York. How would you get the New York Times?
You can get it anywhere, man. You can get the crossword puzzle.
That's poppycock. That's ridiculous.
That is not poppycock.
Tomfoolery.
That is not tomfoolery. You know what? Just keep going.
Rain Man, you're such a clown. Okay. Where were we? Michigan.
Michigan.
Kansas over Michigan. That's where Michigan run ends. Kansas.
See,
Jayhawks. Jay Billis.
This is tough. This is tough for me because the last time this matchup happened in the Elite Eight, I picked Michigan and was right.
Right. So you'll probably be wrong if you pick Michigan.
See, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. But who? Well, I get. Is there anyone left on this Kansas team who would have a sore? No. There's no one on this Kansas team who was there besides Bill Self. Big game, Bill Self. Ugh, this is tough, guys. I'm struggling with this. I have Kansas here. So for a little devil's advocacy, I'm going to go with Kansas, but
Right.
my heart rests with the Wolverines, and I will be rooting for them despite my want to win money.
Okay. I always take
I don't think that Michigan has an answer for Josh Jackson if he keeps playing like the way he's playing.
They don't.
They can slow, well, not slow, but they can play. I think they have a better chance of scoring consistently in the post against Kansas than Purdue does, just because of the skills that their big men have.
I mean, don't discount Haas and Swanigan, but yes.
I'm not, but no one, I don't think, even as good as Swanigan is, that he is doing the things that Mo Wagner is doing right now. Mo Wagner more problems.
I'll also take Beeline over Matt Painter.
Yeah, any fucking day.
Yeah.
So it's not underestimate coaching.
All right, well, we've got 3 separate matchups here. So, or no, I guess we only got 2. So, Divock, you get to lead off because you have Bootler versus Kentucky.
Yeah, this is I got Kentucky Calipari's. Yeah. So keep on. Like I said, I always take players who are getting paid over players who aren't.
So Butler is definitely not paying their players.
Butler's not paying their players. So Kentucky and their Maseratis. I'll ride them to the Final Four.
All right, Rain Man, you have UNC versus UCLA. Who you got?
So, I mean, I have UNC winning it all. I'm having trouble with seeing how good UCLA.
Rain Man, you got to deliver a spoiler alert.
This was a question. This was a one-answer question.
A spoiler alert, Rain Man. You got to deliver the spoiler alert. I got UNC winning it all. You can't just blurt it out.
Wow. We
already said it on the last podcast.
No.
Yes, we did. We said Final Four and winner without saying.
I know, but what if no one watched it yet? Like, you don't just assume people watched the last Game of Thrones.
It's fair.
No,
that's fair.
You don't just say. Joffrey.
That's what HBO Go was invented for. That's fair.
Right. You don't say Joffrey died last episode without knowing. Like, that's a criminal act.
Spoiler alert, I have UNC winning it all. Too late.
Right, man, we don't need a spoiler for that. Like, that is not something worthy of spoiling. That's.
You just told me to put it. Okay, you know what? Anyway, I have UNC winning it all. I have a little bit of trouble with that because how well UCLA is playing. Honestly, it's a rough one. I'm still gonna pick UNC because of their talent, and I think. Never mind. You know what? I'm
no, you're not. You have UNC. Shut up. You're sticking with it. It's markered down.
But LeVar Ball is more talented than anyone on UNC, so I don't know how you
accurate. 100% accurate. Which is why I'm taking the Bruins to knock off the Butler Bulldogs and get to the Final Four.
There you go. Right.
So, Wisco, Zona, Divock, you have Kansas. I have Kansas. Rainman has Michigan, and then UK, UNC, and UCLA to finish it out. That's our Final Fours currently, as stands.
I like that Final Four. I like mine. I don't like your guys.
So do we have? So Rain or Divock, you've made no secret. You're picking Kentucky. Rainman, we're making you make it no secret. You picked UNC to win it all.
Yep.
I said last week that I was with Zona. But I am such a prisoner of that last game on Sunday night that I am switching to UCLA for now.
Oh my goodness!
I'm such a prisoner. I'm a slave for LeVar Ball right now. Is that wrong? Is that racist? Is that racist? I don't even know.
It's not racist. That's like a chink. That's like a chink in the armor.
Okay.
Jeremy Lin.
Someone lost their job over there. Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's Mo calling me. Oops. Well, it was nice knowing you guys.
But Shake and Bake, you will be delighted to hear that I talked to a lady friend, not even a lady friend, just a girl.
That's exciting.
I know. That's a big
hot start to the week, man. Woo!
Hot start to the week. Who has UCLA winning it all? Because she's going to go to graduate school there, or wants to.
Good for her.
So that is the best reason. That is why people win brackets.
That's
Yeah, no, it is
a fact.
Right there. That is
It's
a
like
fact.
the 10-year-old who went like the one. I think the one bracket I've ever actually won. I picked. I remember I won because I picked. It was with Drew Neitzel was still at Michigan State, by the way.
Drew Neitzel.
And I picked Michigan State to get upset by Nevada, and I don't know who the hell was on that Nevada team. I
remember that Nevada beat them.
Yeah, Nevada beat them.
Was that?
And I picked them because
Kurt Fazekas? Kurt Fazekas?
I think so. I think that's a good call on your part. And I picked them because they had the same blue Nike Shocks I had for my basketball team that year, and that won me my bracket that year. Was that Nevada pick?
There's a like a
that's how you win brackets. You pick it by stupid shit that people don't even think about that you think about because you're self-expressed.
There was a fake Sports Center tweet that said, here's like the rankings, and it goes number 1, the person who wins the bracket is the girl that thought the mascots were really adorable. A guy who made 15 brackets, his 9th bracket, and then it skips all the way down, and the second last one's your mom, and then the last one's you.
My mom is really much better than that. She picked Villanova to win it all last year.
Good for her.
Because she liked the name.
Didn't you too? Because you had a perfect bracket?
Well, I changed it. At the last second.
Just in time. Just in time.
Mm-hmm. But originally I had, I think, not them winning. I think I had Michigan State winning it all.
Oops.
R.I.P.
Michigan State 2016. All right.
Yeah. I
adjourn us for this week of the Schmotable. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Good night.